Hey guys! So today I'm going to talk about a skincare brand that's very new to me. It's called The Ordinary. You've probably heard of it at this point. They're getting a lot of press, especially for a very new company. They've been around since fall of last year, I believe. They're put out by a company called Deciem. What's really attractive about The Ordinary is a couple things. One, they're a really low price point. Just about everything on their site is $20 or under, which is really great for the products that they have because they have a lot of dupes for high-end brands. They sell mainly skincare. They have a foundation too, which is sold out at this point, very popular. But they have a lot of moisturizers, acids, combinations of that. They have a lot of oils, things like that. But what's different about this brand is that they're very bare bones. As the packaging is very bare bones, they all look pretty similar to this. And also the ingredients. Very high quality ingredients, but they don't add anything to it. While they have serums that are combinations, it's not just like one ingredient in each thing or two ingredients. The names of the products are the names of the main ingredient in them. So the hyaluronic acid is just the hyaluronic acid. There's not going to be some weird like glow tonic, plumper, or whatever. It's just going to be called what it is. That being said, if you don't know anything about acids, it may be a little confusing to decide exactly what product you want or need. Their descriptions are pretty basic, so I would definitely do a little research or reach out to their customer service team, who is very, very helpful. They'll like make a routine for you if you tell them your skin concerns and skin type. So once I found out about this brand, I was obviously really intrigued, like anybody who's interested in skincare. And I decided I wanted to add a few new products to my routine. So to tell you about my skin type, I have dry to normal skin. And up until recently, I was not acne prone, and that's kind of what helped me decide that I wanted to switch up my regimen a little bit. Recently, I switched birth control methods, and the hormones have just really freaked my skin out, and it's going crazy, and I'm getting a ton of breakouts, a lot more than I usually would, and a lot of like deep breakouts. Blemishes that are just really deep under the skin and take forever to go away, and my normal products just aren't working. I did a lot of research and I found that glycolic and lactic acid were two that were possibly going to work for me. Lactic acid is the calmer of the two, so I decided to go with that. And I decided to do the 5% because, you know, I was kind of nervous and I didn't want to freak my skin out. I didn't want to scare it. I didn't want to hurt it because my skin was already pretty bad. I didn't want to make it worse. I ordered from beautylish.com. They accidentally sent me the 10%, and honestly, their customer service was incredible. I emailed them. They shipped it out that day. It came to me in like 2 days. Of course, I was incredibly impatient, and I couldn't even wait that long, so I'd already tried the 10%. I decided to I did a patch test on my arm, nothing happened, so I decided to just go for it. And I honestly love it. I use about 5 to 6 drops a night, and for now, I'm going to be using it every night. Once my skin finally calms down and gets back to normal, I'll probably only use it a few times a week because I don't want to overdo it. I use it, I double cleanse and then tone, and then I use the lactic acid. And so far, I love it. I've noticed a difference. It's only been about 2 weeks that I'm using it, that I've been using it. So I know I'm not going to see like life-changing differences, but I have noticed that my skin's gotten a little better. There was an initial skin purge, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video, but after that, I have been noticing a difference. I haven't gotten any more new zits, and it's been healing the ones I have. So the second product that I picked up was the Salicylic acid. And that comes in a smaller bottle, still very similar to the other two I showed you. This is like, it was like $5 for this. It's just salicylic acid 2%. That in combination with the lactic acid, I think it's a great team for my skin. I think it's really helping. Like I said, after the initial purge, I haven't seen any new breakouts. Oh, and I forgot to mention, along with these deep-seated breakouts, zits, I also had a ton of little white dots. They're not like the ones you get under your eye. They are zits. They were just like, it was just like sandpaper along my chin. It was bizarre. I've never seen that before. And like half of them are gone. I still have them. You can't really see it on camera because they are small, but it's definitely helped with those as well. So hopefully we can completely get them to go away, but we'll see. Alright, and the third and final product that I bought from them is my favorite, and I held it up earlier. It's the cold pressed rosehip seed oil. And this is it right here. A nice little glass. It just kind of has like a nutty scent. It's really light. The other two, I guess I didn't mention, are not scented at all. So no weird. I'm new to acids, so I wasn't sure if they would have a weird scent, but they're all fine. This is great. I was attracted to it because there are a multitude of benefits. It's supposed to be good for anti-aging, hydration. It's supposed to be packed with antioxidants. Apparently it has a lot of, I believe, vitamin C and, or sorry, not vitamin C, vitamin B and E. I use it twice a day. I use it after all my serums and acids, and I use it right before I put on, if I decide to put on a second moisturizer. I'll use this first because sometimes I don't need it. Especially now that it's getting warmer, I don't need as much moisture. But I put on about, if I use it in the morning, I'll use like 2 or 3 drops because I'm going to put makeup on pretty soon after. It definitely helps moisturize. That is for sure. I wake up in the morning with just really extra glowy skin. I've definitely noticed a difference. I think that in combination with the lactic acid is really just making my skin brighter, which is great for summer. And once these zits hopefully go away, I'll just have bright, clear skin, and that's the goal. I just wanted to go over, I mentioned earlier that I had a bit of skin purging. I wasn't really familiar with this concept yet before it happened to me, but in case you're not, I just wanted to go over it real quick. It's very common when you're new to acids, especially just plain pure acids like this, that when you're when you're first using acids, especially, you know, like a lactic or glycolic or anything pure like that, your skin will purge. And what that means from the research I've done on it is your skin cells regenerate. And when you're young, they regenerate a lot faster, leaving you with brighter skin. You know, when you're older, it's harder to get brighter skin because your skin cells take longer to regenerate. This is very, very basic explanation. I am not a scientist. But so when you put on these acids, it helps your skin cells regenerate faster, leaving you with brighter skin for longer because there's no in-between period where your skin gets a little dull. But what happens is, of course, if you don't have zits on your face, that doesn't mean you don't have zits under your skin that are going to come up eventually, which sucks. But so what happens is when you use these acids, it brings zits that are already under your skin to the surface faster, which at the end of the day is great because it's getting it all out. Like, it's just pulling everything out. Of course, that means you get a ton of zits all at once. So that's what happened to me in the first few days of using this. At this point, it has stopped. I think it lasted about 3 or 4 days. But at first, I was like, oh my god, am I having a reaction to this? I don't usually have sensitive skin, so I was kind of nervous. And after research, I found that my skin was purging. You can tell, basically, sometimes it's hard to tell if your skin's having a reaction versus purging. If you're breaking out in areas you wouldn't normally break out, you may be having a reaction. I was breaking out in normal areas. If you're breaking out for a really long time, and that's kind of subjective, for me, I'd say if I was continuously getting more zits for more than a week, since I don't have sensitive skin, I would start to get worried, but it can last up to a month, and some people were saying like 3 months, but I don't know if I'm that strong, that I don't know if I could handle that for 3 months. And they'd say like they could purge for 3 months, but maybe if you have really bad acne, it could take that long. But you know your skin the best, so if you really need to try new products out for as long as you can, but if it's just getting really red and gross and you're getting zits in new places, and then just stop because it may not be worth it. But I figured out that I was purging and it did stop after less than a week, and now my zits are just starting to heal. So I just wanted to mention that because I don't think everyone's familiar with that, especially I wasn't familiar at all with purging, and so don't freak out the second you start getting zits when you're using this because it may just be purging. Alright guys, so thanks for listening to me babble. Hopefully that wasn't too rambly, but I'm just really excited about these products. I'm really excited about this brand. It's so cheap. I'm already picking out what things I want to buy once my skin gets used to these. I am going to be doing a second part of this video. So this was just kind of first impressions, just how my skin is doing so far, and then about a month or so I'm going to do a part 2 talking about actual results, because it does take a while for your skin to see full-fledged results. So look for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like these types of videos and you want to see the second part of this series, please subscribe and sign up for alerts. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I'll put my username above me. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.